As open mics and for all these guys to work on some new jokes. Some are good, some are not. That's just how the cookie crumbles. No? That's how the cookie crumbles. Yeah, it's not good. All right, give it up for our next comic. Michael, give it up for him. Woo!
Look like you dazed out daydreaming about cookies on that. Good to be here. I like being in New York. The odds of running into an ex-girlfriend are very low because I'm not from here. I hate running into exes. It sucks every single time. The worst one so far was about 3 years ago. My license was suspended, so I was bicycling to work in February. And on my way home, I stopped at the grocery store. As I turned the corner into the aisle, there she was. We just broken up maybe 2 months ago. I was soaking wet from head to toe because it was sleeting. Pant legs rolled up to my knees to keep them out of the gears. A glow-in-the-dark neon green safety vest and helmet, and a case of Diet Dr. Thunder under each arm. And the look of sheer relief on her face, like, oh, thank God. Looks like I jumped off the USS Drunken loser just in time, right before it sank to the bottom of the ocean. It's like, to be fair, it was sinking when you were on it too. I mean, sure there was still bingo and the buffet was open, but we were taking on water. Granted, now it's just like one steam pipe hanging out of the Arctic with a rat sitting on top singing "My Heart Will Go On." And she was there with her new boyfriend, and he was nicely dressed, store-bought haircut, looked like he had a driver's license. A real dickhead. And she just smiling ear to ear. She's like, "So, have you been? What's wrong? Your mom couldn't get off her shift at Wiener World to come pick you up from work?" My mom works at Hot Dog World, first of all. It was pretty awkward. I had another pretty awkward situation last week. I was at the gym, walking to the hot tub. All of a sudden, this guy, complete stranger, butt naked, grabs me around my wrist and says, "Excuse me, sir." And I was kind of relieved at that point. I was like, all right, he's probably not going to rape me if he's going to bother calling me sir. No need to be so formal at this point. You're about to get to know me very well. You're about to learn all my fears, my hopes, what I had for dinner. It's not like that your casual attitude was going to be the worst part of that. I'm not going to be at the police department later like, and you know what the worst part was? He whispered in my ear, "Hey buddy, make room back there," and then he jammed it right in. Can you believe that? He called me buddy. We're not buddies. But the guy says, "Excuse me sir, gym rules, you're supposed to shower before you get in the hot tub." And I just he didn't work there. I just looked at him, shook him loose off my wrist, and got in the hot tub. He then put his clothes on, went to the front desk, tattled on me, dragged the 19-year-old girl that was working the front desk back to yell at me. And she's like, "Sir, you are supposed to take a shower before you get in the hot tub." So I just got out without creating a bigger scene than I've already made at that point. And as I'm walking past the guy that tattled me, I said something really cool, like, "Snitches get stitches, son, watch yourself." It wasn't that cool. It was way nerdier and more Caucasian than that. Like, "What are you, the hot tub sheriff?" And I'm walking away, and he says, "It's people like you that make this place gross." And at that point, I'm just trying to say something to shock him on my way out. So the first thing that pops out of my mouth is like, "Oh, you people. You mean Jews?" Like, aha! Now keep in mind, I'm shirtless, and I have a giant cross tattooed on my left arm. So the only way I would have looked stupider is if I had been like, "Black Power," and then I'll hit my way out of the room. I'm going through this real hardcore Olivia Wilde phase. I'm obsessed with that girl. She is so sexy. I would do anything to go out with Olivia Wilde. I'm not kidding. I would jerk off my father to have sex with Olivia Wilde. Happy Father's Day to any dads out there, by the way. I'm not joking. I kind of wish the devil would walk in the mood to make a deal, just in case right now. So he'd be like, "Oh, you want to have sex with Olivia Wilde today, huh? Well, to do that, you're going to have to," I interrupt him, like, "jerk off my father? I'm already doing it." It's like, I was thinking more of a fiddling contest. My dad's a real guy's guy, though. If I showed him a picture of Olivia Wilde, he'd be like, "I understand, son. Go to town." But can you leave me with this picture? I might need it to get through the next 6 or 7 minutes. Dad, 6 or 7 minutes? I'm not lighting candles and throwing on a Boyz II Men album. Hurry up and finish. I'm late for my date with Olivia Wilde. And I'm gonna have to make up a better reason for this for why I'm late. What happened? Did you run into traffic? No, I was jacking off my biological father. And I don't want her thinking it's my step-pop. That'd be weird. But don't worry, honey, you're gonna be super flattered when I tell you why. But sadly, no Olivia Wilde in my life. I'm doing the online dating. The most nerve-wracking part of the whole online dating thing is when you're sitting in the car just about to meet him for the first time, you're like, oh God, please don't be significantly fatter than your profile picture. I understand a little bit fatter. Hey, I get it. I put down on my profile that I look like a young, jacked Matthew Broderick. I get it. You need to embellish a little bit. But don't be significantly fatter than your profile picture. Because I'll be a gentleman and I'll be like, oh, hey, you look great. But for a split second, I'll have that look on my face. You can't help it. The same look on your face when you were a kid and your parents got you stationery for Christmas. Like, oh, I mean, yeah, this isn't disappointing at all. And it's the first time you're meeting each other, so you're still calm by your username. Like, oh, hey, what's up? Running is my life 87. What happened? Was Cheesecake Rocks with 16 exclamation points already taken? Running is my life. I think you misspelled disco fries, sweetie. This, my last joke, doesn't have a beginning or a middle, but the punchline is, sir, please stop blowing my seeing eye dog. He'll never learn that way. And I've been trying to work it into conversation, but so far it really hasn't panned out. My name's Michael Larios. Thank you, everybody, for your time.
All right, give it up. Yeah, good job. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
I would jerk off my grandfather for Olivia Wilde.
Is he still alive?
And he's right here. I'll come sit next to you. Finish up quick. Stop winking at me.